You're going to struggle a bit offensively, and we've seen that a bit tonight as well.
But the thing is they're young kids.
Yeah.
They're 19 to 22 years old. That shouldn't be too big of an excuse. You got to get out there and play. I know at that age I was ready to play.
We got a lane violation on Vangos. So Stainbrook's going to get another look after missing the first two.
Western Michigan comes in with their own three-guard lineup to match up with Gonzaga's. See if they'll offensively, they'll try to take advantage of Demetrius Ward's size against probably Gary Bell.
Here's Pangos. Stockton down the middle to Bell. That was quick. Bell's shot is off. Dower keeps it alive. Left hand, and he'll shoot free throws.
Great job staying with the play there by Sam Dower. That's something we've been looking for him all season long. This could be the breakout game.
The sleeping giant is awake.
You've been waiting for that. I know in every pre-production meeting, you said this is Sam Dower's game. He's going to come through tonight, so hopefully that's the case here today.
Well, the number I like is the 3 rebounds.
Right.
Look at Sam, and when you're struggling, particularly as a big on the offensive end, look to get some easy buckets off offensive rebounds. First 3 games of the year, just about 1 rebound per 7 minutes. That's just not a very good clip for a big, particularly for a guy who plays primarily the 5 spot. He needs to be more active around that offensive glass, and you've seen it here to start this game.
And it's really funny how that works out. When you start to do the other things, all of a sudden you find rhythm on offense.
Keep it simple. Play hard, and good things tend to happen.
There's the strength of Ward getting inside, but again, he can't finish. And there's Whitfield rolling it in. 21-13.
Offensive rebounds have been one bright spot for Western Michigan with 5 to start this ball game. It's been able to put some foul pressure on G, also create some second chance opportunities.
Western Michigan 6 of 17 to start this game, 35%. Dower's shot is off. Whitfield the rebound. And now Douglas with it.
Even that simple play. Yeah, Sam missed the shot there, but he did a much better job aggressively ducking in, making himself available to the ball.
Shot from the corner by David Brown is good for 3, the sophomore from Roscoe, Illinois.
And a kid who's started the year 1 of 9. I don't expect the kid struggling that much offensively to shoot with that much confidence, but that looked good right away.
That to go in. That's the thing. 4 or 5 games in, stats really are still up in the air. It takes a while to get a full gauge of how your team is going to shoot the ball, how certain guys are going to shoot the ball throughout the year.
Dower now with 5 points on 2 of 3 shooting.
Another connection, David Stockton to Sam Dower. Feels like those 2 kids coming off the bench have a real chemistry. We've seen it on numerous pick-and-roll situations to start this season.
Ward's shot is off. And it's off of Western Michigan Gonzaga basketball.
Talk about Dower and Stockton pick and roll.
Yeah.
That was a key play throughout last season when Gonzaga really made that charge at the end of WCC play and into the conference tournament. Those 2 really had a great connection. You see this?
More just a rub screen, not a full ball screen, but what's impressive is Sam shows or flares looking to catch the ball, and David's so good at just waiting that half second and letting the big get to where he needs to be. It's, when you're dealing with young guards, sometimes they get rushed. They try to deliver the ball a little too early, and with big guys, I hate to say it sometimes, but you got to keep things simple a little bit, and David does a nice job of that.
Gary Bell back on the floor with Marquise Carter and Stockton at the guards. Sacre and Dower inside for GU. Stockton for 3. His second of the game.
How about David Stockton now?
8 points for Stockton.
He is. I feel like that second half against Hawaii, he started to get comfortable shooting the ball. And I think he realized, hey, just because I didn't play against WSU, I'm going to get some minutes, and his confidence has improved.
Whitfield's shot is off. Bell with another rebound. Actually, his first of the game. And now a whistle inside.
Great early seal right there by Sam Dower. Really putting the pressure on Western Michigan. You're going to have to guard me in transition. He's done that a number of times now. This time he gets a foul and continuing to put foul pressure on to try to get to that bonus.
Foul called on Whitfield. That's his first, team's 5th. And here's Bell. Sacre on Stainbrook. Jump hook. Good. Money.
All day long, Steinbrook not a non-shot blocker defensively. You get that kind of position and you're robbed. Right now, Western Michigan not sending any kind of double team, no help side defense. You need to look. Your first look is automatically to take him one-on-one.
Steinbrook buries the three, though.
That's in the scouting report. He's 1 for 1 on the year from 3. He's had 1 or 2 where his foot's been on the line, but he does have a soft touch, can shoot it really well.
Sacre missing inside. Steinbrook yet to miss from behind the arc this season. Whitfield has it knocked away by Dower, but right out to Douglas. Ward with a fake, skip pass. Stockton right up under Hutchison. Look at the size disadvantage there. And then Whitfield just banged into Stockton and took the ball. Carter, oh, taken away by Douglas. A little too late on that pass, or throw it to the rim. Hutchinson wide open. That one's long. And a foul called here on Gary Bell. This will be Gary's first, team 6th. 7:42 to play first half. Gonzaga with a 9-point lead. The big fellas are getting it on in Spokane. We'll be right back. I'm going to do it right now.
Yeah, done it already. Great cause. Wonderful folks down there doing a lot of important work. And, you know, can all imagine if we haven't been there already, a sick child, you know, having to travel away from your community, to have a place where you can call home for however long you need to is really something that's invaluable.
28-19 our score. Western shooting 36%. Gonzaga 61%.
Talked about it in the open. Gonzaga has got to shoot the ball well, and they're finally starting to.
Tip by Stockton. Great catch there by David Brown to keep it alive. This is Douglas in the middle. Now Whitfield. Marquise Carter just took it right away. And Brown gets back defensively and called for the foul, his first, team 6th.
Turnover number 7 and steal number 5 for GU. Just so active defensively. Let's take a look at it here. This is Carter gets a lot of his steals this way. Just kind of hovers around the ball. Guys lose sight of him and just says, give me that. That's my ball. And heads the other way. But this the defensive effort and just being active. And you talk about, you know, tipping the basketball, getting your hand on basketballs. It doesn't always lead to a steal, but that kind of active work with your hands can really deter guys from trying to feed the ball inside or move the ball around that perimeter.
Marquise has done a great job of being extremely active on both ends of the floor tonight. He didn't quite show that so far in the first 3 games of the year. Great job tonight with his energy game.
Carter hits them both. Marquise now with 6 points. And Gonzaga's largest lead of the game at 11. This Western Michigan team just lost by 43 against Purdue. So you got a feeling if you can get them down early and get that lead to 20, you may put them down for the rest of the game. Here's Brown from the corner, but he wants to try to keep him in this. Brown with 2 from behind the arc.
A lot of times guys come in struggling. They're not a big focal point of your scouting report, can come in and do the most damage. He's done that already tonight with 2 threes for Brown.
8-point game. Here's Dower from the elbow. The shot's off. Whitfield the rebound. Douglas up to Ward. Ward, transition 3, short. Dower the rebound. Up to Stockton. Gonzaga with numbers. Carter threw a tough one to Dower, but somehow Sam grabbed it, lost it out of bounds, and it belongs to Western Michigan.
And not a great look in traffic. You're trying to throw it up to your big. You have David Stockton spotted up on the 3-point line. Make the simple play. I think sometimes when Marquise has the ball, he feels like he needs to make a great play or a great pass. And often it's just that simple play that's going to lead to some success on the offensive end.
But Dan, don't you want him taking that look in the transition from behind the arc?
Without a doubt. You got the great push and transition from David Stockton. You got a wide open shot. Step into that 3, shoot it with confidence.
Steinbrook called for the travel. 7 turnovers now by Western Michigan. And Stockton out of the game. Kevin Pangos on the floor.
It's a nice ovation, does David. 8 points. 2 of 2 from the three-point line, a couple free throws, 3 assists, took care of the basketball. Some awfully good minutes from your backup point guard.
Those are great minutes. Change the complexion of the game as far as speeding up the tempo on the offensive end, defensively, getting deflections, breaking up what they want to do.
Pangos. Dower posting up, Stanbrook fronting him. Throwing a shoulder in there too. Oh, Douglas took it away. Got to get that ball a little higher to Sacre. Brown, the reverse, he'll shoot free throws.
10 seconds on the shot clock. Where's Kevin Pangos? Let's get him the ball. Marquise is a fine player, can do a lot of different things, but making plays at the end of a shot clock is not his strength. But we've seen already this year Kevin Pangos has that ability. That's when you need to recognize as a senior, hey, let's get the ball to our playmaker, and I'll play off of him.
Well, the thing being, in the college game as compared to the NBA game, 10 seconds on the shot clock is not time to get scared. You've got plenty of time to make 2, 3, sometimes even 4 extra passes. Break the defense down. That time, he kind of got frantic that, oh, the shot clock's going down. Be patient, attack the big, make them guard you, and see what happens.
Boy, I tell you what, Western Michigan struggling from the free throw line, 0 for 5.
Well, it goes back to they're not a great shooting team. For the season, Western Michigan is not shooting the ball very well from the free throw line either.
Carter missing the 3. Douglas over Pangos, high off the glass, nice shot. 6-point game.
Yeah, that's something Douglas can do, is push it in transition on a year really struggling from 3, 2 of 8. But if you let him get in transition, he can make some plays around the rim.
Well, he's a good player. He's a senior. He's been in a lot of big battles. He had a great game earlier this season against Iona against a highly rated point guard prospect, Scott Machado.
Nice feed to Spangler by Hart. He saved it and got it to Carter. 9 on the shot clock.
There you go.
Here we go. Bring it back out, pick and roll, make the big play. You see what happens.
Pangos way off.
Again, that time, you think it's clock's running down. He caught it with 9, shot it with 5. You still got plenty of time to make something happen.
Shane Whittington scoring for Western Michigan. Timeout, Mark Few. So a moment ago, it was an 11-point lead, and then a 7-0 run cuts it to a 4-point game.
Well, offensively, things have started to grind for you a little bit. You've had several late clock situations, haven't handled them as well as you should have. Earlier in the game, you're getting a lot of good looks early in your clock, and then on the flip side, those turnovers or bad shots lead to easier opportunities in transition for Western Michigan, a team that has really struggled not only tonight but on the year trying to score in the half court. You give a team some easy buckets in transition, just about any quality team, which Western Michigan is and is going to continue to be throughout the year, that can get them going.
Well, you can see the white towels are out.
Late crowd, but
not quite a full house in the arena, but
starting to fill up slowly but surely.
I don't know what it is about this game each year. It doesn't matter who the opponent is. It seems to turn into a darn good game.
Yeah, it's I think a great tradition now, 6 years in the community. I think everyone associates this game with the Ron McDonald House, which is something that the house is really fortunate and feels good about. But you're right, outside of a handful of games, or I'd rather say 2 games, this has been a highly contested game.
Western Michigan 0 for 5 from the line, 7 turnovers, and they're only down by 4 on the road. Carter, little hang, missed it. Rebound and a whistle. David Brown on the floor with the ball and a foul called on Rob Sacre. That's his first. 3:45 to play. We'll be right back. Well, Gonzaga had got it up to an 11-point lead, and then lo and behold, here comes Western Michigan. The Broncos showing a little life here.
Well, I think they're taking advantage of Gonzaga's turnovers, but also end-of-clock situations for Gonzaga. They're struggling right now. They're not shooting the ball with a lot of confidence or spacing on the floor at the end of shot clock situations, and that leads to poor defensive balance getting back in transition.
And then, obviously, too, Richard, I mean, the shots just started going in for Western Michigan, too.
Well, there were easy looks off some poor plays offensively, some poor end-of-clock possessions for GU. And you have a team like Western Michigan, Dan alluded to it, that is struggling in the half court. Some easy buckets in transition. That's going to get just about anybody going. And this kid right here, David Brown's a perfect example of that now, with 2 threes coming into tonight, 1 of 9 from the field. And we've given him some quality looks, and now